Hi, this is Dr. Pachenik. Today I want to talk about the indictments of two people, Roger Stone and General Mike Flynn. Both are serious mistakes that will be made by the Department of Justice and FBI agents. What am I talking about? Number one, Roger Stone may be many things. He may be flamboyant, self-aggrandizing. I know him somewhat, but I've known about him from the days of the Nixon administration. He's been a strong supporter of Nixon and Trump. He may lie, he may prevaricate, he may be flamboyant. The point of fact is he is not a criminal. He can lie to any investigators, as we have and as investigators have lied, but he will not go to prison for 7 to 9 years. That was an absurd sentencing, underscoring how pathetic our Department of Justice is and how pathetic the FBI is and how pathetic the so-called professional prosecutors are, who have nothing better to do than get a pension and stay in the government. If we want to talk about liars, let's talk about Bush Jr., a moron, and Cheney, a coward, who created 9/11 and created a war in Afghanistan and Iraq, which killed thousands of people. Let's talk about Loretta Lynch and Eric Holder, both pathological liars who have created all kinds of situations that we could call false flags, but I'm not going to say that. Sandy Hook and other episodes. We can talk about Obama, whose history has no correspondence to reality. He was born to an American. His mother was a CIA operative. He was a CIA operative. He was a homosexual before he claimed he was a heterosexual. So this man's a pathological liar. Are we putting him in prison? No. Nor would I want to put Obama in prison. Does Trump lie? You better believe he lies, because he's a businessman. That's what businessmen do in order to advance their agenda. From my point of view, there's another individual who's far more important than Roger Stone, and that's Lieutenant General Mike Flynn. He happened to have been the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency. For me, as a veteran in the intelligence community, the DIA has been one of my closest guardians, and literally they've been my guardian angels. Everywhere I've been, from Panama to the Soviet Union to Cambodia to Vietnam to all places around the world, I didn't have to ask for their assistance. They were there for me. And every time I flew out of a country, it was DIA that accompanied me, took me off the roster, and made it possible. So there is no way, Mr. and Mrs. Prosecutor of the Department of Justice, that you will convict, indict, and incarcerate General Mike Flynn. There are too many of us in the military and military intelligence, amounting to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, who will make such a fuss that you will regret the day you even thought about General Mike Flynn and possible lying to prosecutors. I could care less if you lied to a prosecutor. For the most part, these are professional pathological liars. They get there by being able to self-aggrandize and lie. Mueller, Comey, the heads of the FBI. And how was the FBI started? Oh, by a transsexual, homosexual J. Edgar Hoover, who lied, manipulated, was corrupt, and tried to manipulate every president since Nixon who tried to get him fired. Oh, I'm sorry, but he never went to jail, did he? So prosecutors, forget Roger Stone and forget Mike Flynn. Mr. and Mrs. America, I want you to remember one statement Trump said. I will not tolerate incompetency. I will not tolerate partisanship. And I will not allow Roger Stone or Mike Flynn to go to prison. Thank you and good luck.